Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We are in Warner Robins, Georgia, site of the Southeast region. Another elimination game about to come your way. Tennessee and Alabama. Their seasons are on the line. Loser's incredible season will go home. The winner moves on. We started the week with 8 teams. We're now down to 7 in this modified double elimination tournaments. Double elimination all the way until the championship. We're playing 6-inning games, and everyone who's on the roster bats. Georgia extended its season by a game earlier today, ending West Virginia's season 4-2. So Georgia will be in action tomorrow. The winner of this game will come back tomorrow morning and play, and the opponent to be determined. So Brittany, a lot on the line for these two teams, just like our first game.
And I love the regional, this format, seeing these teams come out here, but it's just the hard day, the first day of elimination, see these teams put it all on the line. We saw that this morning. It's going to be a good one here, 2 really good teams.
Tennessee dropped a game to Virginia 5-2 yesterday. And McKenna Shoup will be the first batter, facing Margot Presley, who also started the game last night for Alabama, who fell to North Carolina. These are actually 2 very new Little League programs. Alabama, first time they've had a team in the regional since 2013. And for Tennessee, this particular Little League's only their 3rd year in existence, and they're already making it to the regional.
Those are 2 very impressive stories. I mean, just teams that are representing their community in a new form, just recently gained the support of their community and have made it to the big stage very quickly.
That stays fair. Throw is not going to be on time. So an infield single to start the game for McKenna Shoup.
Shoup just gets a ball down in almost in the dirt, but stays through it, uses her speed to leg out a leadoff single to get this game going.
So runner on right away. Addie Thiering up to bat now for Tennessee. Should be behind the plate. Lifts that. Shallow pop fly. That's a tough spot. Right sort of in no man's land between the pitcher and the second baseman. And so Tennessee hasn't hit it out of the infield yet, but they've got 2 on.
And they're being very aggressive. Both Shoup and Thiering swinging early in the count, putting the ball in play, forcing the defense to make a play. This one just in that Bermuda Triangle, almost rolls foul, tries to get the lead runner at second base, but Tennessee's in business.
Hillary Trice up to bat now, fouls it off past her coach, Amanda Lester. Trice, big Tennessee Lady Vol fan. You see a lot of that with this Tennessee program, including their head coach, Amanda Lester. Says her coaching philosophy was patterned after Pat Summitt, emphasizing character. She has been pouring a lot of years into baseball and softball at this level. Describes her team as resilient, gritty, and never quits. They fought hard yesterday against a talented Virginia team. That gets past the catcher. Runners will advance to second and third. So Tennessee threatening right away with no outs here in their first at bat.
They played a really tough game against Virginia. Tennessee did yesterday. They had made a couple errors in the field, gave up some unearned runs, and I think the first game jitters and nerves were present, but I think they're gone now.
Trice with the base hit out to center field, drives in 1 run. A second will come in, and Trice makes it all the way to second base.
You can see what their approach is at the plate. They are going to swing early and often, very aggressive in the box, just hits this one right on the nose, right back up the middle. An easy 2 RBIs, and then heads up base running, takes second base.
2-0 Tennessee. Colby Bueller coming up to the plate. She wins the award for most nicknames. Lines that right back to Presley and actually hit Presley. Ball is still live. And time called by our home plate umpire, Chris Ratliff, calling time to see if Presley's okay. That had to hurt.
Not sure the ball even hit the ground. Right on the shin. Oh.
So Presley gonna get checked on. Good sportsmanship there. Trice coming over to check on her. Presley trying to shake it off.
Tough. She showed a ton of toughness in the circle last night against North Carolina. Showing physical toughness here. Get a couple pitches, make sure everything feels okay.
Presley showing a lot of toughness staying in this game.
So much respect for her.
So Presley will stay in the circle. Tennessee has runners at first and third, a 2-0 lead with no outs. Gracie Patton, the batter. Pulls the bunt back, hits it to Presley. Presley will try to make the throw, not in time. Tennessee scores another run, and then the runner gets back to third. Well, that was a fortunate break for Bueller to be able to get back.
A little too aggressive on that turn past third base. Heads up by Sybil Suttles to try and get that tag down. Shows bunt, comes back. There's a little slap from the right side. Speed again down the line. Heads up base running, but then doesn't see the ball. Just scoots back in time.
And Tennessee picks up a run. Runner goes down to second. So Patton is the runner on second. Aubrey Wright is our batter now. Did a grand slam in their Tennessee State tournament. Trying to get that through the infield and does. One run will score. They'll send the other one. So Tennessee picks up 2 runs off that single by Wright. And Tennessee up 5-0 right away.
And that was tough for Alabama with runners on second and third. The infield was pulled in, really decreases the range at Pendleton at shortstop, and that ball gets through the infield.
Henley Simmons up to bat now. Strike called on Simmons. No outs. Simmons a big Dallas Cowboy fan. Also a big Texas Tech softball fan. Throw down to first. Doesn't get the runner. Good job by Gaines behind the plate. Pick that pitch up.
Terrific pick. That's kind of a skill that gets overlooked. Picking short hops behind the plate with runners on.
Back down, keeping that runner. Aubrey Wright close at first. Three and one the count. Good pitch, 3-2.
Margot Presley's able to throw that pitch for a strike coming from the left side. Down and away from righty is a really good location and a tough pitch for these hitters.
Simmons goes after that. And Presley records her first strikeout, and it's also the first out for Tennessee.
And the composure that Margot Presley has in the circle has been unmatched. A couple runs get put on her, line drive back to the shin, and just responds by getting a strikeout.
Promise Manier, the next batter, has that runner on first in front of her. Manier, young woman that may go to Yale Law School one day. Teammates voted her most likely to go pro, though, so she's going to have some options.
Law school can wait.
Yeah.
It'll always be there.
That's right.
Karen Weekly, the head coach at Tennessee, is actually an attorney, graduated law school, practiced law before becoming a coach at Tennessee.
It's hit out to center field and coming in quickly. Wingard could not make the catch. The lead runner will go to third. And now sneaking up to second is Manier. So Tennessee now with runners at second and third.
Just hits this ball right on the money, squares it up. Hard hit to center field. Sometimes those balls right at you are so hard to judge. Good effort by Wingard in center field.
So Karma K. Fitzpatrick up to bat now, trying to drive in more Tennessee runs with one out. Runners at second and third. Fitzpatrick, big Longhorn fan. Good stop by Gaines.
She's been terrific behind the plate. It's so important for a pitcher to have a catcher that they can trust to keep the ball in front, especially with a runner on third base.
Pitch a little high, 2-1. Fitzpatrick is going to turn that into a single and drive in another run.
Got this ball off the end of the bat, but just dropped it in into no man's land. There's nothing that Alabama and Lily Pendleton at shortstop could do.
It's just a tough spot. Tennessee continues to put runs on the board. It's now 6-0 in their first at bat. Christenberry on the ground to Presley. Presley takes her time. Throw gets away from the first baseman. And another run will score for Tennessee. Make it 2 more. They send the runner to third, and she holds there. Christenberry holds at third base, but Tennessee now up 8-0 after that ball got past the first baseman.
Tennessee just so aggressive at the plate. Their approach, anything close, we're going after it, putting the ball in play, putting pressure on the defense. Great job fielding the ball, and it's tough as a left-handed pitcher when you have to field the ball to your glove side and then turn your back to first base and try and make that throw. It's a very difficult play.
So Alabama getting together in the circle right now allows Coach Lester to talk to her team. So would you like to see some girls with game turn into an exciting summer of softball? Visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league, and more. So Tennessee with 8 runs already here in the top of the first. Blakely Potter will come up with a runner on third. 1 out. And that is ripped down the left field line to score another run. Potter makes the turn and is going to stretch this into second base.
Just another ball off the barrel, just squaring pitches up, continuing to be aggressive. And I think yesterday it was 8 strikeouts in the game. So I'm sure their approach was, hey, let's work to contact today. And they've certainly made the adjustment.
So Taylor Fisher up to bat now, final batter in the continuous batting order. Big Savannah Banana fan. She's an adrenaline junkie. She likes to wakeboard, wake surf, do trampoline tricks. And she's also a good hitter, gets that single to push the runner over to third. So we go back to the top of the batting order now after this hit from Taylor Tot.
Taylor Tot wasting no time. I mean, just the aggressiveness of Tennessee is really impressive.
Back to the leadoff batter, McKenna Shoop. Just 1 out, Tennessee up 9-0. Called strike.
I don't think there was any intention of trying to actually bunt that ball. Showing bunt to protect the runner, going from first to second.
That will go foul. So the runners go back to second and third. Shoop will head back to the batter's box. She's a talented crocheter. She likes making gifts for people through crocheting. That's a skill. My mom did that. Still never understood how that works.
Me neither. I don't have the patience.
That is sliced into right field. They will send the second runner home. 2-run score off of that. So 11-0 Tennessee, jumping out with 11 runs so far.
No problem going opposite field, just a line shot past Russell at first base.
Still just 1 out. Coach Lester going out to second base to talk to the base runner.
Not sure what that conversation was at second base.
Runner got off the base early, so that's an out against Tennessee. So 2 outs.
Yeah, in softball, runners cannot leave their base until the ball leaves the pitcher's hand. Got caught off there.
So 2 down, throwing the batter, 1-0 count to her. And that is hit over the second baseman's head. And a base hit. Thering's 2 for 2 now.
So just some tough luck too for Alabama. A couple balls necessarily squared up, but just put in the perfect spot.
So Trice back up for the second time. Trice drove in a couple of runs in her first at bat. And the base runner stepped off the base for the 3rd out. So Alabama will now come to the plate after Tennessee scores 11 runs. Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Tennessee scores 11 runs in their first at bat, and now we will see Alabama up to bat for the first time. Alabama sending a team here to this Southeast region competition for the first time since 2013, as they are getting their Little League back up and running in the state of Alabama. Here's a look at the Mountain Brook, Alabama batting order. They will send 10 to the plate.
Yeah, a young team, fresh team that, you know, they had to work really hard being in a one-team Little League where they had to travel around the states to make sure they met the qualifications to even be eligible for the postseason to make it this far. It's a team of 10 girls that just believe in the mission of Little League and wanted to grow the sport and be involved, and out here doing a great job representing Mountain Brook, Alabama.
They have 4 core values that are described through the acronym BALL, ball. So believe in each other, always accountable, love the game and laugh, and then leave no doubt.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love listening to the head coach Scott Crawford talk about, you know, how that applies to softball, but it also applies to other parts of their life, and they address it after each practice, who exemplified their mission the best that day.
Here's an acronym BALL, the core values of Scott Crawford's Spartan team. Lily Pendleton, the first batter for Alabama today, facing the powerful Hillary Trice.
Good cut.
Trice in the circle today, getting the start on day 2.
She's got pretty good velocity in the circle. Works a fastball and a changeup, and we'll see her go more east and west than up and down, placing curveballs and screwballs.
Good way to start the game for Trice with a strikeout. Tennessee team from Lebanon, Tennessee, which is about 30 miles east of Nashville. Another good pitch. Margot Presley, the batter for Alabama. Big Caitlin Clark fan. I'm sure she was happy with Caitlin's 40-10 piece. Over 40 points, 10 assists. Pitch gets away from Trice. Presley says one day she wants to be a doctor, but also dreams of owning her own skincare or makeup company. That's the batter I'm talking about, Presley. So I'm thinking, why don't you just be a dermatologist?
I think that'd be perfect.
Yeah, it's a combination. And start your own company as a dermatologist. Gives you a little more credibility. We got it figured out for you, Margot.
Nice shot.
Yeah, foul ball.
Barreled that one up.
Got it past coach.
Scott Crawford right there smiling. Glad he didn't stick his hand out there and try to stop that one. I really enjoyed listening to the conversation with him. He exemplifies what it means in Little League, here for the right reasons.
And he's sending the batters up swinging. So they're going after it.
Wanted to grow the game in his area. Softball not very popular yet. Loves the sport. Wanted to give an opportunity to their town and community.
They're in the Birmingham area of Alabama. Wingard, the batter now. She does have home run power. She's hit some home runs this year for her team. Just outside. If she would take her helmet off, we could see her special talent, which is wiggling her ears. Gets the bat on the ball, and nice defensive play by Hillary Trice, the pitcher. So the pitcher's involved in every out. 2 strikeouts and a putout. Tennessee coming to the plate up 11-0.
Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series.
This is as big as the event has ever been.
12 strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove!
It is out of here! The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. The popular hill out behind right field. Gotta get out there.
I'm still waiting.
Not this time of day. That's hardcore out there. Do it in the morning when the grass is wet.
Yeah. I don't know, that dry grass might be quicker.
Yeah, maybe it is easier to come down. Well, Trice just smacks one into left field. So Tennessee with a runner on right away. Trice 2 for 2 now today. So Colby Bueller coming back up to bat. I mentioned she wins the award for most nicknames, and then she got a hit, so I couldn't tell you what they are. She goes by KK, Bean, Peanut, or Colby Kate.
Well, you have some options. What are you going to go with this at bat?
I'm going with Peanut.
Peanut? All right. Go Peanut.
Just ate lunch, so. Runner went down to second. Good heads up play by Trice to recognize that ball getting past the catcher. Took advantage of it. And Peanut gets another shot out into left field. They hold the runner at third. So Tennessee now with runners at first and third with no outs.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 8, Gracie Patton.
Gracie Patton, she goes by GP. Future teacher one day. And that is it out toward right field. That'll drop. Run will score. Runner holds at second. So Tennessee up 12-0 now. And Aubrey Wright will come up with Runners at first and second, no outs. Wright has the distinction of she doesn't use social media.
Good for her.
Yeah. No social media yet. And she actually put that on her questionnaire. But she's also the young woman that got 100 out of 100 questions correctly on the Bible Bowl competition. So she's already got her priority straight. 12 years old. Brilliant. That's a grounder. Will get through the infield. And they will hold the runner at third. So bases are loaded for Tennessee. Simmons will come up with the bases loaded. No outs here in the top of the second on a steamy day here in Warner Robins. 2 more games to come later this afternoon and evening. This is our second elimination game of the day. Georgia's season continued earlier today. They eliminated a talented West Virginia team. The winner of this game will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. against the team that does not win our next game between South Carolina and Florida. Again, it's a modified double elimination tournament until you get to the championship where it's winner take all.
Nice battle going on here. Margot Presley working ahead 0-2. Simmons fouling off a couple pitches, staying alive.
Simmons making Presley work. Simmons a special talent. She can do different accents. I wonder which one she does. Oh-2 pitch, no outs, bases loaded. Just outside. Simmons is determined. Fighting off these pitches. Here comes the 7th pitch of this at bat. Again, bases loaded. Goes right back to Presley. A run will score. So 1 out, and Tennessee extends its lead to 13-0.
Ball back to Margot Presley in the circle. Just making sure of securing 1 out. It's the easy one at first base.
Promise Manier steps into the batter's box. Good stop by Gaines. Would have scored another run for Tennessee if she hadn't been able to get in front of that pitch. Manier's a 12-year-old, just under 5 feet tall. Goes after that pitch. Big swing. Manier puts it into left field. 1 run will score. Runner holds at third. So 14-0 Tennessee out in front. 1 out. Kay Fitzpatrick will come to the plate. Runners at first and third.
You're out in front just a little bit, but stays nice and long through the ball. Puts her barrel on it for an RBI.
Karma K. Fitzpatrick up to bat as she watches Manier trot down to second. That is hit hard out to center field. Wingard comes in, makes the catch. Runner will tag, and Tennessee up 15-0 now. 2 outs though here in the top of the second.
Tennessee's MO is swing at anything close. And that's what they've been doing all game, putting ball in play, that time good situational hitting, a long fly ball to center field that Wingard's able to bring in for the second out.
Christenberry, the batter for Tennessee now. Trying to keep the Tennessee at-bat alive. Runner goes down to third. Manier takes third base from second. Christenberry, a future cake decorator. I've never seen anybody put that on their questionnaire. That's her dream job. It's a pretty good job.
Got a out at third base.
And that'll do it. So Promise Manier steps off the base, is called out. Tennessee, though, up 15-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. Well, here's a look at where we stand today. We have our first elimination games. We've already had one. Georgia survived. They will play tomorrow. This is another elimination game. Later this afternoon, we turn to the winner's bracket. South Carolina will play Florida at 4 Eastern. Virginia will play North Carolina at 7 Eastern. And the good thing about the winner's bracket is if you win today, you don't play again until Monday. You have a day off tomorrow. And in this heat and humidity, that's a big deal.
Huge advantage to have a day off. Sit back and let the other teams fight it out to play for you. Those 2 games tonight, those are going to be some good competitive games, but all 4 of the teams with a history of making it to the regionals in the past.
So a change in the circle for Tennessee. Ireland Christenberry will come in to pitch for Tennessee. She goes by Nessie. I don't want to make Grandma mad because Ireland's her real name.
That's right.
Avery Russell, the batter. Christenberry, one of the 3 pitchers that they have been using in the postseason. Russell voted a team's biggest personality on this Alabama team. And that is fouled back. New catcher as well to catch Christenberry. Colby Bueller back behind the plate. So the walk, Alabama with a runner on now. And that runner's Avery Russell. So one on here for Alabama in the top of the third. Mary Andrews Gaines, the batter. She goes by May May.
And she's been working hard behind the plate this game. Very impressed with her.
Nice hit into center field. And Alabama with runners at first and second, no outs. Gaines, good piece of hitting.
She works hard both sides of the ball. Squares this one up. Nice drive into left center. It's all of that ball. Nice piece of hitting.
Everly Yielding up to bat with the runner in scoring position in front of her. No outs. Pitches inside. Yielding wears that number 7 in honor of Mickey Mantle.
How about that?
And a big Dave Ramsey fan. I mean, these kids are brilliant. She learns the Dave Ramsey principles and wins the lottery. She'll just be set forever. Right now she said she wants to buy a mansion if she wins the lottery. I wonder if Dave Ramsey would tell her that was a wise investment. Strike thrown by Christenberry. Christenberry just put in to the circle in this inning, giving her some work.
Good patience by Alabama. All 3 hitters have come up to the plate, not chasing out of the zone.
Yielding squares around a bunt, pulls it back. Christenberry shaking out her hand.
Yeah, saw
It's
that.
actually a walk.
Immediately after Christenberry released the pitch, so you're shaking her right hand. Switch out the balls.
For Alabama, number 1, Louise Goals.
Alabama with something brewing here. Bases loaded, no outs.
First real scoring threat they've had today. Knowles is the batter, trying to give Alabama their first run. Popped into foul territory, and good effort by Bueller to try to make the diving catch.
That's great effort. Comes up, finds the ball immediately, sprints, doesn't waste any time getting the mask off. Reaches out, but just out of reach. Great effort.
West Virginia looking for their first, excuse me, Alabama looking for their first run of the competition. Time called by the home plate umpire Chris Ratliff. There's something concerning him over in the Alabama dugout. Got it fixed. And a strike thrown by Christenberry. Ahead in the count 0-2. Knowles, 4 feet 6 inches. A small strike zone for Christenberry to try to hit. Knowles is a level 4 gymnast. Mentioned yesterday, she put on her questionnaire she can do 25 pull-ups.
I'm so impressed by that.
That is incredible. Small package and big strength. That's it into shallow center. It's going to get down. Alabama is going to score its first run of the regional.
Two strikes, and Knowles just pokes this one in front of the outfield to drop in, and the first run crosses for West Virginia. And we had it out at second base. Umpires are going to get together and clear this up for us.
So they called the out at second base. Alabama scored the run. The run will count, and now the question is whether this was an out at second base. There was a force at second.
Watch the second base umpire. Let's see if he signals anything. You see, that's what he called an infield fly. So if he calls infield fly, the batter is automatically out and the runners can advance on their own discretion.
So there'll be an out one way or the other. It's just a matter of how they...
But it's not a dead ball, so if they did get the runner out at second base, this could potentially be a 2-out situation with the runner on third. So the runner on first is being called out for infield fly.
So it is going to be 2 outs.
But the question I have is the runner that was called out at second base, that is not a force play, so she would have had to been tagged out, and I did not see a tag. The run will still count.
Yeah.
The question is
Base runner's leaving first now.
so watch the umpire's hand go up, infield fly. At that point, the hitter is out, and there would have needed to be a tag, but I believe she's called out too. So after all that, we have 2 outs, 1 run across, and a runner at third base.
And the big news is Alabama has scored its first run of the week.
That's right. I'm not sure how to put that on my scorecard. I might have to use words.
That's just one of those things that you can't make up. But it happened. Suttles is the batter. Suttles fouls that back. Still trying to get to the bottom of whether Suttles' grandmother founded the food grits, the company grits, what GRITS means to her. But we know that her grandmother's also a best-selling author. Sib Suttles, she's a character, the batter. Her superstition was making sure she always goes to the bathroom before the game. I can relate to that. Is that a superstition? If so, I'm just crushing it.
You didn't know you had one.
Runner at third base with 2 outs. And a called strike, 3-2. Bottom of the second inning. Hit over to second. And there's the third out. So Alabama scores a run, but it is Tennessee in control of this game. They'll try to add to the 15-1 total.
One pitch at a time. No matter how big the game is, concentrate on the job that needs to be done. Focus, breathe, appreciate the moment, because tomorrow will be here soon enough. So be present and live life one pitch at a time.
And the winner of the Southeast region will go to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville, North Carolina. Florida, the defending champion of this regional title, and specifically the Lake Mary Little League. They're back this year as well. In fact, coming up this afternoon, 5 of the players on last year's team that are not playing this year, they aged out, will be here watching their Lake Mary team. Florida will play South Carolina at 4 Eastern.
I think that's so cool that the girls are coming back that competed here last year to support the new team. It just shows the community and the bond that you build when you play Little League.
And I actually live in that area of Florida where the Lake Mary team's from, and they're a big deal. I mean, you turn on the local news and they get a lot of news coverage about how the baseball and softball team are doing. When they went to the World Series, they had news stories about them. Big area, that Lake Mary area of Orlando is dedicated to youth sports, several different sports. Kristen Berry punches it into center field for the leadoff single. It's 15-1 right now. And keep in mind with the run rule, Tennessee needs to score a run here to end the game. If you're up by 15 after 3, you're the winner, 10 after 4. At the moment they've got that. Potter with a big cut, misses. Good pitch. Trying to keep Kristen Berry close at first. Potter off the hands. That's going to be trouble. They make the play at first, but the runner moves to second. So one down, Tennessee with runner in scoring position, which would be the game winner.
Look where Knowles was playing before the pitch was thrown. She was really pinched up the middle, had to range a long ways to get that ball. That's a really nice play by the second baseman, Louise Knowles.
Christenberry, the runner down at second base. This Alabama team, if Tennessee can get the run here, would have one more at bat. Alabama's the home team in this game. Tennessee can't walk it off here if they get that run. They'd have to play defense again. Ball gets past the shortstop. Runner advances to third, so Tennessee with a runner at first and third. Christenberry's the runner at third, and Taylor Tot Fisher, the runner at first. We go back to the top of the Tennessee batting order now. And McKenna Shoup will try to drive in that critical run with one out. Outside, 2-0 to Shoup. Shoup has not failed to reach base today. She's been on both times she's been to the plate. Another ball loads the bases. Shoup will drive in the run, and the runners will hold at first and second. So Tennessee has the 15-run lead for the moment. Remember, Alabama is still going to get another at bat.
3-0 green light. Love to see it, especially when we see the approach that Tennessee has at the plate. They're aggressive, not holding back. Coach Amanda Lester letting her team go after it. 3-0 count.
Yeah, you saw Shoup look down at her at that 3-0 count and ask if it was okay to swing. Got the green light.
Paid off.
Addie collects Lady Vols softball cards. Nice pitch from Margot Presley to get ahead in this count, 0-2. Check swing foul. Reminder, the third game of the day is a winner's bracket game at 4 Eastern, South Carolina against Florida. 7 Eastern, we have Virginia against North Carolina. In the dirt, runners will advance to second and third. Sure having some fun over there, standing at third base.
We've got a gate open down the left field line.
Third base umpire Dave Byers. Getting a little jog in.
Appreciate the hustle.
Little zone 2 work. That is hit into center field. It will score another run. They hold the runner at third. So Tennessee up 17-1. Nice hit.
Oh, 2 strikes, not trying to do too much. Just be on time, get your barrel to the ball. That's what Addie did there.
Hillary Trice up to bat now for Tennessee. Wants to be a softball coach one day at this point in her life. Favorite movie is Scooby-Doo 2.
I don't think, have you seen it?
That's respect. Oh, yeah. Another shot out into center field will score another Tennessee run. 18-1 now. In the top of the third. RBI hit for Hillary Trice.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 42, Colby Butler. Colby Bueller.
Bueller up to bat. Tennessee team has had 21 hits in this game. And they'll get 22. Bueller gets that into right field for the single.
I've done a really nice job of hitting the ball where it's pitched. Bueller able to go backside there on an outside pitch.
Patton, the next batter for Tennessee. Just one out with the bases loaded.
Margot Presley in the circle, and she's just been a competitor past 2 games. She's been the only arm we've seen for Alabama, and she just keeps staying out there competing, took a ball off the shin, showed toughness mentally and physically.
Patton keeping coach on her toes over there. Heads up.
All smiles.
And the catcher, Gaines, asking for some water. And as you can attest to, Brittany, that's a pretty physically demanding spot to be in this heat.
Certainly, and she's been working really hard behind the plate. She's been blocking balls up, picking balls out of the dirt, keeping runners honest. She's done a great job.
We are under a heat advisory today. You can see the feels like temperature now over 100.
Not much of a breeze to help you out either.
We're getting a little bit of cloud cover right now. That gives a little bit of relief. Patton still up the bat, goes after that pitch and strikes out. A strikeout by Margot Presley. That'll be the second out, her second strikeout.
I really love that pitch by Presley. A ton of down movement on the outside corner. Difficult pitch to make contact with.
That is hit to shortstop. A run will score. So 19-1 now in favor of Tennessee.
Now batting for Tennessee, number 6, Henry Simmons.
Henry Simmons, the next batter for Tennessee. Stay. It's been a couple of years since we've had a team score 21s in any regional game nationally. Idaho scored 20 against Wyoming back in 2024. which was close to hitting Simmons.
Yeah, it's an interesting sequence of events. Foul ball. Presley ahead 1-2.
Bases are loaded with 2 outs. They're in the top of the 3rd in this elimination game between Alabama and Tennessee. Just slices foul. Simmons still alive.
Good battle by both sides.
Yeah, Simmons has done this a couple of times today. These long at bats. 7th pitch coming of this at bat. And a called 3rd strike. So Alabama's season comes down to this next at bat. As Tennessee up 19-1. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And Alabama season coming down to this last at bat. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Tennessee with a 19-1 lead, trying to get the run rule victory to keep their season alive. Winner of this game moves on to play tomorrow morning. And loser of this game is eliminated from this regional competition after a fantastic run as a state champion. We have a new pitcher for Tennessee in the circle. Fitzpatrick is going to pitch.
Leading off the bottom of the 3rd inning for Alabama, number 3, Nora Crawford.
So Nora Brooksy Crawford up to bat now for Alabama. Takes a strike. Good first pitch for Fitzpatrick. One-two pitch coming to Crawford. And a strikeout. Good start for Fitzpatrick. Well, Little League is the most trusted youth sports organization in the world, keeping baseball and softball accessible for all kids, but its real power comes from you. So help us rally for Little League by texting RALLY to 345-345. Standard messaging rates apply. Leah Benson, the batter for Alabama. Again, so impressed. Her favorite band is Fleetwood Mac. Surprise for a 12-year-old. Her favorite movie is The Simpsons. She's an old soul.
She certainly is.
It's popped up, and the catcher, Patton, makes the play for the second out.
That's a tough play for a catcher to make. This ball is in fair territory. Usually you want to turn your back to the infield on a pop-up as a catcher, but she's having to move towards the ball, catching that over her head basket grab. It's a difficult play to make. Nice job by Gracie.
Alabama's leadoff batter, Pendleton, up to bat to try to keep their season going here with 2 outs. Tennessee looking for the run rule win. If you lead by 15 or more runs after 3 innings, you win the game. Coach Crawford has taken this Alabama team here to a regional, first time since 2013. Kristen Berry trying to win the game, and does. So Tennessee survives and advances.
That concludes today's game.
Tennessee getting through this elimination game, and will play tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. They will play at 10 a.m. Eastern, and again, they will be in action against the loser of the South Carolina-Florida game, which comes your way at 4 Eastern time. So Georgia and Tennessee get through their first elimination tests and are still alive in this modified double elimination bracket.
Learned a lot about Tennessee in this game. They're going to be aggressive at the plate. They're not going to wait for anything to come to them. And it worked out well for them today, but Alabama, a ton to be proud of. They represented their community and their little league tremendously here in Warner Robins.
So hopefully it's just the first of many years in a row that we see Alabama here in this Little League region. They return to the Southeast region for the first time since 2013, but Tennessee will be returning tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. We will be returning at 4 Eastern today with our first winners bracket game of the day between South Carolina and Florida. For Brittany McKinney and our entire team here in Warner Robins, I'm Sam Gore saying so long. We'll see you back at 4 Eastern.